People send me stuff about the film, and obviously we've done the odd reunion, and there's bits online. Yeah, I like it. I love it. It's great memories.
Do you all keep in touch?
Every now and then I speak to a few of the guys. Knuckles Sheridan, I speak to him every now and then on Facebook, but not that often. There's a few. Every now and then I bump into the guy who was on the bill, Andrew Paul, and I speak to Dexter every now and then.
I know this story because I remember you telling me, but people listening may not know. Just tell us about the Barbara Speake Stage School and who your very first agent was.
Well, my very first agent was a lovely lady called June Collins, who was Phil Collins' mum. They literally took me on a I earned my own fees. I didn't have to pay any fees to join the school. I literally walked out of a comprehensive school opposite on a Monday, and I started in the school on a Tuesday because I had the guts to walk in and literally audition for them, Barbara Speake and June Collins, in their office. And within a week, I was doing a sketch on the Two Ronnies called Piggy Malone.
Phil's probably a little bit older than you, I think, isn't he?
He is, yeah. I think he's probably about 15 years older than me, yeah. Every now and then he would pop in to see his mum. His sister was involved in the school, Carol Collins. But I bumped into him a few times. The first time I bumped into him outside the school was I was doing the warm-up for the Late Late Breakfast show. And I said to Phil Collins, who was standing at the side, I said, "Oh, your mum was my agent." He said, "Are you Jeff?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "My mum told me all about you when you was 13 and, you was a stand-up."
So when did the stand-up comedy start then? Because obviously you started as a child actor, really. When did the comedy kick in?
Well, I wanted to do it when I went to Butlins as a kid with my parents, and we watched great comics like Dave Butler, Dave Thomas, Tony Pears, the Patton Brothers, and I just wanted to do it, watching these guys in these beautiful theatres that the Butlins used to have called the Gaiety Theatres. When I was at school, obviously they were trying to get us to do the acting, which I wanted to do, but I was more interested in the stand-up. And I've done it all my life, and I love it.
Not only were you in some of the Only Fools and Horses episodes, but you were a warm-up man, weren't you?
Well, I was one of the warm-up guys. There was another guy called Bobby Bragg who warmed up a few of the shows, and I warmed up a lot of the shows as well, yeah. I'd known John Sullivan since I was 16 when I did a sitcom with Thora Hird, a one-off called Mrs. B and the Boys. And John Sullivan had a show in that series. It was all comedy specials for a brilliant director called Dennis Main Wilson, who discovered Tony Hancock. And he introduced me to John Sullivan, and then I did Citizen Smith. I did a thing called loads of other bits and pieces, warm-ups and all sorts.
And in terms of the game shows, I wonder if this brings back any memories for you.
Yes, it's Jumble, and here's your host, Jeff Stevenson.
Yeah, does that bring back memories as well?
It certainly does, and very happy memories, because I never, ever thought I would host a game show, if I'm honest with you. A lovely director called Colin Eldred at Anglia TV came to see me in a summer show with Freddie Starr. About 2 years later, he was getting this game show together, which came over from the States, called Jumble, and he approached me, and it was at a time when, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't doing that much. I was just doing warm-ups. And so it was it was a nice injection to have for a couple of years, and I loved it. I mean, it was great. I worked with a wonderful writer called Howard Imber. We worked together on it because it was all about anagrams and catchphrases, and it really worked, but it took a long time to get right because it was a bit complicated it was all letters going everywhere. So I ended up having to have an earpiece with them telling me where to put the letters, which was complicated in the pilot and in the first two shows, but once we got it together, it was great. And it was great fun, lots of celebrities, and we had a great laugh doing it in Norwich.
Thank you so much for listening to this interview. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button and ring that notification bell. And there are many, many more to listen to on this channel, so make sure you subscribe if you possibly can. Thank you.